Tom Cruise coaches overconfident newbies. The bright studio lights cast long shadows on the polished floors of the training facility as Tom Cruise strode confidently toward a group of young actors. These newcomers, hand-picked from thousands of auditions, were about to receive a masterclass in action performance from one of Hollywood's most legendary stars. They had all grown up watching his films, Mission Impossible, Top Gun, Jack Reacher, and now they believed they were ready to follow in his footsteps. The problem? They were overconfident. Tom could see it in their body language. A cocky smirk here, a folded arm there. Some of them whispered to each other, clearly assuming that this was just a formality, that they didn't really need his advice. He had seen this attitude before. Young actors with talent but no discipline, convinced they could master stunts, fight choreography, and intense emotional scenes without breaking a sweat. Tom knew better. Decades of experience had taught him that success in Hollywood's action genre required more than just raw skill. It demanded dedication, humility, and an obsession with perfection. He clapped his hands together. "All right, listen up," he said, his voice cutting through their murmurs. "You might think you've got what it takes, but let's see if you can back it up." The first challenge was simple, a basic running sequence, the kind Tom had executed flawlessly in Mission Impossible, sprinting full speed while maintaining perfect posture, control, and expression for the camera. The newbies lined up, eager to impress. The first one, a tall, muscular guy with a self-assured grin, took off in a dramatic sprint, arms flailing wildly. Tom shook his head. "Cut," he called out. "You're not trying to outrun a bear. Control your form." The next actor, a young woman with undeniable athleticism, attempted the sprint but kept glancing toward the imaginary camera, trying too hard to look cool. Sighed. "You can't act the run. You have to be in the moment." The camera picks up every ounce of hesitation. One by one they failed. Either they were overacting, losing control, or simply exhausting themselves too soon. Tom stepped forward. "Watch this." He took his starting position, focused his energy, and then boom, he was off. Every stride was precise, every muscle working in perfect harmony. He wasn't just running. He was telling a story with his movement, conveying urgency, desperation, and determination all at once. When he stopped, the room was silent. "That," he said, catching his breath, "is what makes a scene unforgettable." Next came the fight choreography. Tom demonstrated a simple but realistic sequence. A punch, a block, a counterattack. The newbies jumped in, but their movements were sloppy, exaggerated. Too much force, not enough precision. One of them, a brash young man who had trained in martial arts, scoffed. "I've done MMA, I know how to fight." Tom nodded. "Good. Now forget all of it." The guy frowned. "What?" "This isn't a real fight," Tom explained. "It's a performance. You're not trying to win, you're trying to sell the illusion. That means perfect timing, coordination with your partner, and absolute control. If you throw a real punch, you're not doing your job." To prove his point, he sparred with the most experienced of them. In seconds, Tom's movements blurred into a seamless, precise dance. Powerful but never reckless, controlled but never stiff. The young man tried to keep up, but he was either too fast, too slow, or simply out of sync. By the end of the sequence, he was breathless. Tom patted him on the back. You've got the skills. Now learn the discipline. Finally, he sat them all down for a talk. I get it, he said. You've got talent, confidence. That's great. But confidence without discipline is just arrogance. If you really want to be great, you have to respect the craft. Every stunt, every line, every expression matters. You don't just show up and act. You train. You commit. And most importantly, you stay humble. The room was quiet. The cockiness had faded from their faces. Now there was something else, determination. They had come in thinking they knew everything. But now they understood they were just getting started. Tom smiled. All right, let's do it again. This time for real.